Agora o pai tá on, filho. Agora o pai tá on. Deixa eu só dar aquela fechada de janela monstra de toda a live. Porque, porra, dia de jogo é difícil. Show! Então fala aí se você tá me ouvindo, por favor. Porra, muito alto, filho, que é isso? Ah, vamos ver, né? Vamos ver. Mas o que? O som do jogo tá alto? O som do jogo tá alto ou minha voz que tá baixa? Tá, tá. Tá melhor? Tá, então vamos começar aqui e se tiver que mudar mais alguma coisa ao longo, eu mudo, tá ligado? Deixa eu só fazer um negocinho aqui. Eu vou ajeitar uma parada no OBS. Vê se você escuta ruído no meu microfone. Então, fé em Deus, consegui mexer aqui. Já coloquei o fone aqui um pouco mais alto. Que esse jogo você é bom ouvir o que o jogo tem a te dizer. Talvez eu nem fale tanto assim. Agora esperar carregar, né? Um jogo de 2017.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. The head. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching the head. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing?
No.
Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I can feel you coming. Quiet.
Não, não tá baixo. São vozes que estão falando na cabeça dela.
Rude of me. I never told you of the others.
São
You hear
sussurros.
them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking?
He's in hell high. Look. Up ahead.
In hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave me.
Yes. It
Então,
is
consigo
real.
mexer a câmera já.
She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
Go back, go back, go back, go
It's
back.
not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Cara, é muito estranho. As vozes estão na minha esquerda, depois na minha direita, depois na minha esquerda de novo. Que outra pessoa?
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back.
Não, porra, eu sou a Senua, velho. Eu tô controlando a câmera, é um jogo em terceira pessoa.
They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
Sim, cara, é um jogo de terceira pessoa.
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself,
Assassin's Creed também era um jogo de terceira pessoa, eu controlava a câmera.
towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
Essas pessoas não parecem ter morrido de um jeito muito agradável, não. Sim, sim. Não assim, que tenha um jeito agradável de se morrer, né? Eu acho que ninguém tá afim, mas...
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us.
There's no going back. You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Vamos lá, tá, começou. Eu já tô no controle da Senua aqui. Ah, o gráfico é bom, velho. O gráfico é muito bom, gostei. Gostei bastante. Tá, quando eu aperto o R2, ela dá um zoom. Com o L2 não é nada, com o L não é nada e tal. Ah, por enquanto não tem nada que eu possa fazer a não ser andar e dar zoom. Tá, vamos ver os corpinhos aqui. Tá, ok. Tá, a sensibilidade está um pouco alta, mas de boa.
You have to take a closer look to see. Why isn't she
Uma
focusing?
runa.
She needs to focus now.
She needs to use her eyes.
Tá, e aí?
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim. Do not forget my stories,
tá.
Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights...
The darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping.
Porra é essa, velho? O que tá acontecendo, meu bom?
Not this time.
E a calmaria. Tá, cutscene de novo.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's up there.
The old fool was right.
You see it?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you? I hear you.
He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
They're
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Tá, parece que a gente vai ter que ir atrás da deusa da morte pra salvar o Dillion.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this?
Why doesn't she turn back?
She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
He's already dead.
He's dead.
But his
Tá, ela não tá deixando pegada.
His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul.
She wants his soul to be at peace.
She needs to lay him to rest.
He's already dead. She can save him.
There's nothing she can do. She thinks she's going to save him. She's not going to save him.
She'll never make it to Helheim.
She can't let him rot here. She needs to try. Do you know
The
where
bridge
you
to
are?
Helheim.
Where are we?
I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Vamos ver se dá pra entrar na água. Por enquanto tá dando. Ela nada? Não. Ela para por aqui. O jogo é do que ele tem que ser, mano. Tem o quê? Tem 15 minutos que eu comecei o jogo? Porra, não tem como tu entender o que ele é. Ele tem suspense, ele tem as histórias dele, ele tem combate pra cacete. Tem a missão dela, tem as vozes que falam na cabeça dela. E tudo isso num cenário nórdico, ela é uma celta. Tem elementos de hack and slash, tem elementos de terror, tem elementos de suspense. Tá, tem outra runa ali. Mas deixa eu explorar aqui. Ah, pelo amor de Deus. É um bagulho viking, galera. Tem porra nenhuma aqui. Tá, aqui o processador tá estressado.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
Senua, what's up there? Down. That's it. That's the way.
Tá, parece que o botão de interação é o X.
Are you scared?
Caralho, ela mandou aceleradinho, mané. Caralho. Ela mandou aceleradinho. Passinho miúdo. E foi. Vou ter que pular daqui, né?
What's she doing now? What's down there? You've got to go.
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
Parece que tem uma porrada de vozinha e tem uma principal que parece que é a predominante da mente dela. Mas eu não sei se é a predominante da mente dela por ser a voz dela ou se é só uma voz que ganha das outras.
It's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way.
Don't listen.
I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait, who are you?
It's just a memory.
Ruth? Is that you?
Around you now.
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Use your eyes. Use your eyes. Come on,
I can see one.
Hold it in the mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
It's just that.
It's near. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
Ah, moleque.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
It worked!
Olha, forte pra cacete, hein? Abriu um portão de ferro nas pedras, com tudo enferrujado.
Spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learned their ways. You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Tá, aqui meu processador tá chorando
Another voice
pouquinho.
joins us.
Tá em 33
She once tried
FPS.
to make them go away.
Vai, manda o passinho miúdo.
They weren't real.
Ah, não tá mandando o passinho miúdo.
What good is that? When we are always here.
Mas um fato é que essa água dessa cachoeira e dessa chuva devem estar geladas pra cacete, velho. Que isso. Vai mandar o passinho miúdo agora?
You can stand on the edge,
Não, ela tá com
pretend
medo.
it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Aí é foda. Aí é foda. Vai ter que barganhar com a deusa da morte em pessoa ou em gigante. Em deusa? Bom, acho que tudo depende do ponto de vista, como diria o Obi-Wan.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
Então, ela é deusa no conceito de tipo, foi o título dado, mas ela é filha do Loki, que é um gigante, com uma outra giganta.
I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Droga.
She's so weak, they can see.
Legal que o jogo não me ensinou a lutar não, mano.
End it now. It's nearly the end.
Isso daí não deu, né? Não dava pra bater neles. O braço dela apodreceu, mano. Ela toda tá apodrecida.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is wrought. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Caralho, aí é foda. Aí é foda. Porra, vou ter que jogar no sapatinho.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
He's not there.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
O Surt não é um deus do fogo, ele é um gigante de fogo.
To his soul. It won't open.
How will she get through?
Why won't it open?
Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods first.
Two gods?
Two gates.
Which will she choose first?
One of them will kill her, I know it.
She's going to die.
Which one will she challenge first?
Be very careful, Senua.
Choose a gate, Senua.
Two gates, two gods.
She's too scared.
Which?
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
É a bova. Bom, vou aqui no vermelho primeiro.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
É foda, né? É foda. Tá, pra correr é aqui. Agora eu já posso correr. Tem uma runazinha aqui.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, Some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Odin. Não, tem nada, filho. Mas esse jogo aqui parece ser bem linear, então eu não preciso de mapa, mas... O jogo tá bem no eu que me vire. Eu sei que tem caminho por outro lado, mas... Vai que eu consigo subir aqui. Tem a portinha ali. Porta da felicidade.
What's that? It's a wall. It's a door. No, it's a bitch. No, it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it down. What will happen? Come on. You idiot. Come on. Push it. She did it. She did it. She did it.
Tá. Mas antes de entrar num bagulho que parece ser um portal de invocação e cair na porrada com Deus...
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Tá, eu não posso simplesmente passar. Tá, eu devo ter que ver através do ar.
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
Vamos lá, né?
Senua never could close her eyes, however hard she tried. Begged.
Eita porra. O processador foi pro caralho.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Porra, mano, é uma mesinha de sacrifício do amigo. Porra, aí é foda, né? Aí complica, velho. E saber que as ações têm consequências, puta que pariu, isso aí me fode.
Don't go too close.
Drogger.
She will die. She will die.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find.
Ah, eu não sei. Eu vou ter que descobrir isso no próximo combate, porque ela nem entra em posição de combate fora da luta. Então, não sei se dá pra se defender. Ô, caralho. Foi pra 16 FPS o bagulho aqui, velho.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Look how much it's changed. It's all different now.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Tá. Eu vou ter que olhar isso aqui de uma posição que tudo fique alinhado. Vamos ver se daqui debaixo dá. Não. Tá, então eu vou ter que subir provavelmente. Tem um caminho aqui. Tem puzzle, já gostei. Pensar é divertido.
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifted. Can you feel it?
Vamos lá, vamos lá.
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
Tá, vamos dar uma andada por aqui. Ver qual é que é. Portão, claro. Também já é demais, né, Senua? Vamos ver se tem algum totem com runa por aqui em algum lugar. Pra ver se o Druth tem alguma sabedoria ancestral aí pra me passar. aqui não.
Another gate.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Where are they? What does it mean? Line up the ravens.
Which ravens?
Tá, eu vou ter que
Can't you see
ver
it?
pelo aquele portalzinho ali de novo.
To find.
Line up the ravens.
Line up. He said to line them up. Shh. What is it?
I hear something, Rob.
If he hears, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
He's gone. He disappeared. Where did he go? Where is he? It's all your fault.
Valravan's son. Listen, focus.
You need to focus.
Focus.
Fight me!
Is she lost? It wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some, like Truth, become Gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
Tá, processador, volte, por favor.
She can get up now.
What's happening? She can get up now.
How can she get out?
It must be magic.
Dark magic.
A trick.
Valravan's tricking her.
Raven.
How can she get out?
Bait.
It's him.
Dark magic draws her closer.
Valravan's magic. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him.
It's a trick.
She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic.
It's an illusion.
Tá, eu tenho que olhar por aqui. Eu consigo subir aqui? Porque eu tava tentando formar a imagem, mas tá difícil. É, vou pra lá então e... Antes a escada não estava completa. Eu acho que na real esse Valravan ajudou ela. Ele zoou com a cabeça dela pra ela saber pra onde tinha que ir. Mas da hora. Tá muito bem.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Antes de tentar o portão, eu vou dar uma explorada aqui. Tá, não passa. Ela não abaixou automaticamente, então não é pra vir pra cá. Ué. Agora dá? Ah, tá.
Stop them!
Tá, as vozes estão descendo. O ataque forte quebra a defesa deles. Não só dois ao mesmo tempo, né? Só como dois ao mesmo tempo com o jogo travando.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Só que sacanagem, deixa eu ver se abre aqui.
She can't get in.
Tá.
She can't go in there. Like that? Valravan, he's there. She can't go in. Has to find another route.
Druid says there's always another route.
Find a way, Senua. Go round, Senua. Find your own path. There's a different way.
Tava fazendo a comida, parece que tá morrido há pouco tempo. Porra, só tem lugar alto pra ela cair, né? Esse joelho aí com a idade vai pro espaço. Se bem que a perspectiva de vida de alguém naquela época já não era alta. Indo pro inferno, eu acho que diminui um pouco.
Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
Bom, vamos seguir aqui, né? Ela tá ganhando uns grauzinhos de miopia aqui, mas fé em Deus. Tá, tem uma ponte que abre só do outro lado. Tudo bem. Tá, deixa eu ver, tem alguma coisa pra eu ver aqui, ó. Tá, ainda não, né? Isso aqui tem que brilhar pra eu poder ver. Tá bom. Tem outro portão ali. Tá, então eu devo ter que correr pra lá e... Eu devo ter que correr pra lá e depois voltar aqui pra fazer o puzzle, tá? Esse aqui já tava brilhando, já dava pra eu passar e ver que tem um bagulho pra lá, tá? Show de bola. Mas eu vou ter que ativar o portão pra poder liberar... a quest, né?
The song. Oh, Raven. Raven's song. It's over here. It's over here.
Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two.
Listen, focus. Listen.
It's magic. It's magic. It's an illusion. She's been in the forest like this before. This reminds her of somewhere.
The
Ah, no
forest.
passinho do miúdo, vai no passinho do miúdo.
Which forest? Forest in the wilds.
The wilds.
She left Dillian. She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness.
Did she beat her darkness?
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth. Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd
She'd
be
be
dead.
dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But
She
it didn't
thought-
work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse
Não,
might
provavelmente só tem que alinhar um. Eu tenho que fazer uma combinação. Mas eu tenho que saber qual que é a certa.
The ravens.
The ravens.
They've gone.
The ravens have gone.
No,
Half of them have gone. They've gone.
some are still there.
But where? Some are still there. And
Val
why?
Raven's helping? Why is he helping?
He's not helping.
It's a trick.
Quiet.
Where have they gone?
Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where have they gone?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise.
Tá.
She resolved to fight on.
Agora aquele lá acendeu, ó.
Which had become
Aquele lá do meio acendeu. Aquele do começo, então eu vou voltar pra lá. Aquele do meio acendeu, dá pra ir. Tá. Pra você já pra cá? Ah, sim. Que aí a ponte se forma, né? Certo. Tem outra ponte ali, deve estar fechada pelo outro lado. É. Tá, não dá pra entrar por aqui ainda, então eu vou ter que dar a volta. Tem como passar por aqui? Não. Então vamos pra ponte. Sem caô. Cara, essas vozinhas falando. Tô achando muito maneiras, cara. Dá uma imersão no jogo, real. Vamos subir aqui. Sim. Será que eu vou ter que olhar aqui pra cima também? Pra ter alguma ponte pra lá? Talvez as visões dela tenham um tempo, tá ligado? Ela consegue ver a verdade por trás da ilusão por um certo tempo, depois volta ao normal. Afinal de contas é a ilusão de um deus. Ou se pá não, porque o buraco não abriu, o buraco não fechou. Então eu devo ter que olhar pra cima e eu só não olhei. Ah, tá. Então, agora, se eu cruzo pelo portal, tá fechado de novo. Mas eu já abri o portão. Como eu já abri o portão, eu posso entrar, subir e passar por cima do muro. Eu tinha que usar o efeito da ilusão 2 vezes. Porra, da hora. Eu fico pensando, tipo, se ela tivesse com 2 pessoas, tivesse com mais uma pessoa, né? Aí uma pessoa tava parada em pé na parede e a outra não.
Where have they gone? Because she did it.
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And in the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, and thought grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
É lá de cima que eu tenho que ver?
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
Será que esse jogo tem mais de um final? Tipo, a partir de algum momento, se a Senua morreu, o jogo acaba, tipo, com final mesmo? Será que eu vou ter que de fato sair na porrada com um deus? Ou será que, tipo, passando por todos os puzzles eu ganho? Não me lembrou Until Dawn, não.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Tá, aqui não dá pra passar. Esses aqui estão bem distantes. Eu vou ter que cruzar essa árvore provavelmente. Porra, eu concordo. Deixa eu ver aqui. Menu de pausa. Eu vou deixar no normal, porque eu acho que se eu colocar no alto, tipo, ele vai simplesmente se adaptar ao meu estilo de combate. Ah, foda-se. Deixa no alto. Deixa o jogo se adaptar ao meu estilo de combate. Vai ficar mais divertido.
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua,
Listen, I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Caralho, é só história triste nesse jogo, né, mané? É todo um bando de fudido. O maluco foi traído e aí foi levado pro mundo dos mortos porque ele foi assassinado. Ela que tem uns dodóizinhos de cabeça, que quer salvar o marido dela. Só que fez um contrato com a deusa da morte. E agora se ela falhar, o bagulho avança e aí ela morre também. Não dá mais pra ir no passivo acelerado. Que não dá, rapaz. Que não dá essa porra. Senua saiu de casa, comeu pra caralho. Ué? Ah, eu falhei. Puta que o pariu. Eu botei o controle pro outro lado, velho. Falhei sim. Só vai ter que recomeçar se o bagulho chegar na cabeça dela.
Rook, the gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we?
Cara, eu não queria ter falhado logo no começo. Eu queria guardar as falhas, porque eu não sei quantas falhas eu posso ter até morrer.
It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning
Ela tá
your
sendo
mind in
estuprada?
fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
and she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there! Finish this! End it now! Remember your training.
Porra, parar o tempo tá muito bom.
She's nearly there. They surround her. Behind you! Behind you! She finished! Behind you! Quick! Behind you! She's come this far, she needs to keep going. Focus!
vai, carrega!
How does she focus? Focus! Stop! She will die. Stop! Get up, quick! She's injured. She can still do it.
Foda, velho, foda.
Focus is growing. It's
Ah,
focus now. Focus. I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
The mark of Valravan, one of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming.
é o pique. Porra, eu entendi certo mesmo, né? A cada falha, a marca avança. A cada vitória, a marca avança. Vai avançar de qualquer jeito. Mas eu tive a impressão nítida de que a marca retrocedeu. Dá pra subir ali de novo? Não, não dá. Fiquei confuso, cara. Porque, porra... Falou que na vitória a marca também ia crescer. Só que... Tipo... O que eu vi, o que eu entendi da animação foi que a marca diminuiu, saca? Não fez muito sentido pra mim isso daí.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees. The mountains. Caves.
Muito bom, muito bom. Vamos voltar lá pra parte central. E sim, velho, parece que os bichos estão se adaptando ao meu estilo de luta. Eu tenho essa impressão. Ainda mais agora que eu aprendi a bloquear.
I wonder. Can you see the faces too? there. If you look for them.
Mother? Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galena. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful.
E tipo, essa voz parece que tá contando a história da Senua. Mas...
But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her.
Tipo, ela parece que tá contando a história da Senua, mas não contando algo que aconteceu. Ela conta em tempo real. Entendeu? E tipo, outra coisa. É estranho porque às vezes parece que ela fala com a Senua e às vezes parece que ela fala com a gente. E aí você fica na dúvida se você tá acompanhando a história da Senua ou se você tá acompanhando uma história, tipo, como você sendo o protagonista. Entendeu? Você tá vivendo a história ou você tá acompanhando a história? Eu acho isso muito maneiro. Lá de cima parecia estar mais claro. Ah, o portão já mudou, ó. Um dos lados já ficou azul. Já não tá mais tudo trancado. Caralho, que susto, velho.
He's gone! Yes, Senua. Get out of the way!
She needs to go back. She can't. It won't open.
Why won't it open?
Why won't it open?
There's another challenge.
She hasn't challenged Cert.
Tá, vou ter que ficar esperto. Que agora os bichos parecem que podem aparecer do nada. Deixa eu só ter a certeza de que a mensagem não mudou.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was
Tá,
nothing
não mudou.
but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south.
Deixa eu só ver. Foda que não tem como, tipo, salvar, né? Eu não sei
The power of the darkness gave life to the
a partir
dripping
de onde
ice,
que salvou.
and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that. Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
É. Ela viu Muspel.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness.
O Druth.
The Northmen.
Ah, o rosto ali de novo. Será que a mãe dela vai falar mais uma vez?
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Tá, se eu apertar de novo, vai falar de novo? Não.
Senua,
Ah, vai.
we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons,
Tá, não dá pra pular.
some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Tá, show de bola. Tá, então. O jogo tá bonito, o jogo tá legal. Eu acho que já deu um tempo bacaninha de live. A gente deve estar com o quê? Com 1h30? Deixa eu ver aqui no YouTube. 1h35 de fato. Tá um tempo bom de live. Então eu acho que eu vou parar por aqui, né? Já 7h30. Já deu um tempinho bom. E aí eu vou testar também pra ver da onde que salva, né? Eu vou fechar o jogo aqui, depois que acabar a live, vou abrir de novo pra ver aonde é que salvou. E aí a gente começa na próxima live a partir daqui. Então, valeu. Realmente feliz em começar esse jogo. Já estava um pouquinho saturado do Assassin's Creed 2, mesmo sendo um jogo ótimo e tendo tido um ótimo final. E, bom, por mais que a live esteja sendo feita nesse canal, ela depois vai ser apagada daqui e postada no Linfócito T. Então, se você está vendo isso no futuro, você vai estar vendo no Linfócito T. Então, valeu, falou e até a próxima.